Lilat, and thank you very much, Sadaqatullah sir, for giving me once again chance to share my science fair projects. One of the sister requested at that time, okay, I have to share my science fair projects, and these projects, okay, will I'll start. See, these projects are totally based on the scientific method. Okay, observation, question, hypothesis, all these steps you might know better. Okay, then my first project, and these projects which I am sharing with you are all uh, children's idea, not mine. I am just a facilitator for them at that time. So let's see. Okay, first project, it was effect of herbal oils on the growth of bacteria. See, these are all students views which I am sharing with you. He was having a मतलब he क्या बोलेंगे, he observed that nowadays a demand of herbal oils as an antiseptic, anti bacterial effects. So he thought of conducting an action. Before that, he was in 8th standard at that time, but before that he conducted a antibacterial effect of different soaps. After that, he has got an idea to conduct herbal oils with the herbal oils also. So he did this experiment using different oils, herbal oils. His hypothesis was neem oil is more effective when compared, because we all know that neem has antibacterial effect. Okay, so he hypothesized that neem oil is best. So then he chose 4 different oils actually. Olive oil, whichever is conveniently available for him, he conducted. Eucalyptus oil. Then he had I provide him inoculated bacteria from microbiology department, PG College, Shadan. Then we use certain lab equipments like petri dishes, agar medium, beaker, hot plates, and autoclave sterilizer also. So see, basically when an idea comes from a child, he is very sincere in doing the project, dedicated towards the project. So his variables were different oils, independent was different oils, dependent growth of bacteria, and control variables are temperature and quantity of oil, how much he is using at that time. Then experiment, what he did, he took 5 petri dishes. After sterilizing it, then prepare agar solution. He named as first for neem oil, black seeds and all. Then after sterilize all petri dishes, he put that prepare agar solution. Then after agar solution settled down, he made it and add neem oil, 1 ml of all these oil. So quantity we maintained 1 ml of each oil in each petri dishes plus 1 control where we didn't add any oil. Then we introduced inoculated bacteria also. Then these were kept under observation for 48 hours, almost 2 days. So what he found that in each petri dishes, a number of colonies developed. Then at that level, he could able to count the colonies only, because 8th standard level, he has to go to microbiology lab and all. That is not convenient for him. So the department principal suggests me to count the colonies only for the child. So we have counted the colonies. Then what he found that black seed he found, and he conducted 3 experiments. Okay, 3 trials. Sorry, 3 experiments, 3 trials. So first experiment, second experiment, and after that all these colonies he has. This is the data he collected. Means increase in neem oil and olive oil, but there is a decrease in black seed and eucalyptus. And control, we have bacterial colonies. So this is his data, graphical presentation. Then, and what he concluded. What was his hypothesis? His hypothesis was neem oil is best. So after performing the 3 experimental trials, he concluded that his hypothesis was wrong, that neem oil is better and may affect more than other oils. So eucalyptus and black seeds are much better than other oils. So application he must be given. that his project helpful to the society. By this project, you can say that eucalyptus and black seeds are all best among neem and oil. So he wanted to go because we cannot deny the antibacterial effect of neem also. Maybe there were some errors in the project. It was his first project. In fact, it was my first project at the level of laboratory. So we thought we have to conduct again. So continue with the same project with neem as it has a good antibacterial property. And then he participated in at the national level, OMIAT, where he got the third position in life sciences. I'm discussing all life sciences project as I am from botany background. So I'm discussing all my life sciences projects, and he has participated in regional science fair also, where he got both first prize here in regional science fair, and in OMIAT he has got third prize. So he was much confident because the idea comes from him, and he did all background research for this project, and he was very happy after conducting, and he was assured that eucalyptus is the only best. So we'll and next year he conducted with the neem extracts and eucalyptus extracts also, but he didn't get any prize for that. So I'm not discussing that project with it. And here next project is antibacterial effect of toothpaste and miswak stick against oral microorganism. And this boy bacterial effects of toothpaste and miswak. Okay. So this boy find out the difference between is there any effect of toothpaste and miswak, which one is good against oral microorganisms. So before this idea came to his mind, he has already conducted different brands of toothpaste. Only he took different brands of toothpaste, and that he got Pepsodent is best, I think. But after that, he want to enhance the project and use miswak stick, because we know that miswak has a lot of benefits using miswak and all. So he did research, and this idea again it is his own idea. So he believes that stick is better than toothpaste. The purpose of this project to determine which oral bacteria reducer has antibacterial effect against oral microbes, the toothpaste or miswak. He did lot of background research. And after that, he came to know that miswak, I have given the miswak stick importance, that this is a root or twig, including it has a lot of minerals like potassium, sodium chloride, and sodium carbonate, sodium oxide, calcium oxides. This helps in strengthening the tooth enamel. So the bark contains an antibiotic which suppresses the growth of bacteria and the formation of plaque. So, and he did research shows that regular use of miswak significantly reduces the plaque. Yeah, these are the growth of carcinogenic bacteria and naturally strengthens and protects the enamel. So it reduces the stains from tobacco products as well as coffee and tea stains. Easily available nowadays everywhere at mosque and all, we get this miswak to it. But what he conducted, he used in this experiment, that miswak he used from someone has brought at the time of Umrah. Now he gifted him, so he used that stick when he was conducting this experiment. So his variables were brands of toothpaste used, dependent growth of bacterial colonies. Then control variable is method of brushing the teeth, the type of toothbrush he used, the length of time which the teeth is brushed, and the room temperature. Okay, then experiment what he did for 5 days, because 5 brands he selected including this one, for 5 days. Each day before brushing the teeth, he collected the he swabbed the teeth and collected that swab, that mouth. He swabbed into the mouth and collected that material whatever, and scrap on the petri dishes. So before and after the toothbrush. Okay. Then for all brands he used the same method. Procedure was repeated on the second day using Pepsodent toothpaste, third day close up, and fourth day Sensodyne. and fifth day with miswak stick. Okay. Then before brush, after brush, and reduction. The total. He got this results. Miswak, he got very less colonies after brush. Before though, anyhow, we have many colonies, but after brushing, after brush with Colgate, he got 28 colonies, Pepsodent 36 colonies, Close Up 34, Sensodyne 30, and with Miswak, only 8 he got. So this is his graph. So we can see this green line is reduction in bacterial colony after using the Miswak. So his hypothesis, Miswak stick is better than toothpaste, is proven to be true, and he participated in regional science fair at Hyderabad and got first prize at that time. And he has given me this quote also to share with you, that organization recommends the use of Miswak in international consensus report on oral hygiene published in 1986 and in 2000. So these children, when they were doing these research projects, they were much aware of what is the how to do the research projects. They have conducted lot of background research. Okay, then they plan an experiment, then they conduct the experiment, collect material, and with whom they have to discuss. From discussion also, they go to the doctors, dentists, and all, discuss their project with them. So this boy, alhamdulillah, now he is in MBBS, doing MBBS second year. So it's a proud feeling for me that these children are having a very good future now. So what I mean to say is, see, when the children are performing their science fair project, they have a very bright future career, I must say, and their potential and interest brings them to their career. Then third project is about kidney stone versus radish. This girl, when she was in ninth standard, she might have observed in her family that someone was having a problem of kidney stone and they were using radish. Some people suggested them to take radish. So she wanted to conduct this experiment. This is very difficult experiment for me to facilitate. So actually, kidney stone, and I don't know. So we have done a lot of research, and I took a lot guidance from Dr. Hazi also at that time. And all this project I've done under the guidance of Dr. Hazi. Uh, so radish salt dissolved in kidney stone. So variables are radish salt, kidney stones, quantity of salt, weight of the stone, and same person and time. Then her materials were radish leaves, hot plate, centrifuge. She used kidney stone collected. We have collected this kidney stone after the surgery. They say keep safe in the labs at Yashoda Hospital lab after surgery. I contacted to Dr. Salma. She is a pathologist in Yashoda Hospital. So we have to build up the connections between the hospitals, institutes to conduct this type of research projects. And children also get awareness, exposure. But this is an in vivo experiment, so we need urine sample and petri dishes, digital weighing balance, and all. Her method, her experiments are of 2 steps. First, she has to prepare salt from radish, and this is very difficult for her at that level. But we tried on our level best. Radish leaves, burn on flame till it becomes ash, then add water, leave it overnight. Next day, filter the content using filter paper, then boil it till the salt settles down and water away. Allow it to cool down, then got radish salt in cream color, cream yellow, like a light yellow color. So what she did actually, she has conducted this experiment as an in vivo study under an Unani medical practitioner. The Dr. Bushra, her name. She has conducted under her guidance this experiment because we don't know whether something happened to this. We need some medical practitioners guidance. So 2 persons urine we restricted with a very little, a very little subjects, like 2 persons only we have taken, because nobody was ready to help give the urine samples. So we measure 5 ml in a petri dish. Then that kidney stone which we have collected from Yashoda Hospital, from that we took 0.06 mg of kidney stone using weighing balance and put the stone in along with the urine into different petri dishes, then label them the sample A as before, giving them radish salt. Then given them 2.5 gram of radish salt. We asked them to eat that 2.5 gram of radish salt. Okay, after with a glass of water twice a day. After 3 hours, again collected same person's urine. Okay, after taking the salt, 3 hours we wait. Then we collect urine from that person. We added that urine into sample B after. Okay, before that and after that. Then control sample also we kept. Just we add water, nothing, no urine, nothing. So every day we weighing the stone. Okay, and daily step 2 was repeated. Step 2 is this. Okay, after giving them radish salt, and after 3 hours collected their urine and adding it to the. So what was the result at that time we have got is, first trial for first 3 days, weight of the stone of sample B increased as it absorbs the urine might be. So the weight is increased. Then slowly it is decreased and come to its original weight. What is that original weight? 0.06. Okay, then sample A and sample control was not showing any changes after first week. Then with the gap of week, again, I conducted the same experiment for second trial, and again a gap of week given, and a third trial is also conducted. So in the second trial, there is no change in stone's weight. It remains same. So this is the data we have collected. See, in the first day, anyhow, no change, but second day, third day, we got increase in weight, but slowly weight comes to its original. See, here also there is no change in the weight. Somehow here and there in the second trial we got increase, but again the same weight. Same in the third week also we have got the same result. So after this trial 1, trial 2 and trial 3, this is the data which I have collected. See, and this is the graph. Trials per day. In the first week we have got increase, but again we have come to the same normal size. So what we have concluded, and the doctor was also saying that does not suppose my result, because see, one thing also I must clear, whenever we are conducting the science fair project, no matter your hypothesis, whatever you make, but at the end, if your conclusion, if your result is not matching with your hypothesis, please don't manipulate the hypothesis. Okay, because let the children be fair in their experiments and procedures. They are following the steps, scientific steps. That is more important. We are not bothered about that. It's not necessary that our result should match with our hypothesis. Our hypothesis will not match with the result also. So we have to give, say, fair conclusion that my hypothesis does not support my result. Her result was radish will support urine stone dissolve, but at that time the girl performed this experiment. So according to her experiment, she believed that herbal medicines do not work as what they are claiming. But as I did research on a small scale, she mentioned this. But it has been proven that radish act as a diuretic, cleanser and disinfectant. Radish helps in treatment of many cases, because when she was doing the research, background research, she has found all these papers. So she was in a confusion. So whatever she come at the end, she has given me this application that properties, helps wash away toxins accumulated in the kidneys and decrease the toxins in the blood also. So she would like to do more research on radish as well as other herbal products. So claims, whatever the nowadays we are, so many claims are herbal medicines claims are there, but we need to prove it. We need a large scale laboratory research work to prove this claims. I did at the school level for school students at the in the class 8th or 9th. This is much more कह सकते हैं. Okay, then see, and she participated at OMIAT and Inspire also. Inspire many people inspire with her project and appreciated her, but she didn't get any position in Inspire for prize. No problem. Prize is not a matter. Participation is more important, as always Dr. Nazir said. So she got prize in OMIAT. Okay, at that time Dr. Sam was present, and how she prepared the salt, radish salt. She collected radish leaves, we took and we burn it, we filter it, and we have got this powder like substance. So these 3 projects, children come up with their own ideas. Once they come up with their own ideas, they are much confident, they are much interested, they are dedicated towards the project, and they are back of us daily. They kick my toes on the name as a kid. They are not leaving me at any time. Whenever they are getting new information, they rush to me and inform me that they have got the information like this and they want to do. They were very excited. So next, this is our class 4th student. She has conducted, and this idea has given by her teacher. My colleague my colleague Durga teacher was there in the class at the time. So she helped this girl to perform this experiment. We have taken this idea from internet only, we can say. So, but that girl has performed the activity at the school level. 4th standard girl, she collected, she has taken wheat and germinated. She got the, I didn't get the pictures of this girl. So wheat seeds, water and sulfur powder from the lab, the school lab, they have collected the sulfur powder. And what she did, she soaked overnight and tied them in a cotton cloth to make them sprouts, then make holes to the plastic cups, add 150 grams of soil into 5 cups of soil, pour some water and all this methodology. But here what she did is 1 gram sulfur in cup 1, 1.5, she has quantity of sulfur she has changes. 1 gram, 1.5, 2 and 2.5, and record the reading for 7 days. Then what she has, her result was required amount of sulfur has shown faster growth. That is, in cup 1.5 gram sulfur, maximum up to 2.02 within a week, and with excess sulfur, growth hindered to 15.6 in 1 week. So 1.5 gram sulfur is a good amount, which has to be sufficient for the growth of the plant. Or so this was her result. See, day 1, day 2, like this. She has collected the data for a week. Okay, check 1.5 gram. At the end, 20.02 centimeter length that twigs grows up to. And here 2.5, the growth hinders, means stops, not showing much growth. Then this was a graphical presentation. Now, what was her conclusion? That experiment, she could prove that sulfur is required in the required amount, enhances the plant growth. So sulfur helps in nitrogen fixation. At that level, 4th standard girl is doing, she has done a lot. With the help of teacher, she read articles, very what we say, teacher has to provide student readable articles, which they can easily understand the article. Okay, so she come with that applications that it provide necessary information for of chlorophyll in plants, then sulfur helps the plant resistance to diseases, aids in growth and seed formation. This is actually the basic. And some vitamins which give flavor to mustard, onion and garlic. So this was done under the guidance of the teacher. Another project which I have done with my intermediate student, that assessment of quality of water in different areas of Hyderabad using portable water test kit. And this portable water test kit I use in the laboratory. I have taken it from, I'll give you his information also. So our hypothesis was safe for domestic purpose. Our variables, every experiment, before conducting the experiment, please set up the variables. Okay, and be clear with the students about the variables. What are they going to check? What are its effects, and what should be the constant or controlled variables? Okay, so she used reagents from water test kits as an independent variable, dependent different areas of water she has collected, and constant quantity of water samples. See, 5 samples were collected from the following locations as per the procedure led above. So these 5 samples were tested with portable water test kit. Borewell water, these are the areas of Hyderabad actually. Pond water, Tulishoki and all these areas she has collected the water. And this water test kit is developed by Dr. Riaz Uddin. He is a soil scientist at ANGRAU. This is Acharya NG Ranga Agricultural University. So he developed certain kits for the farmers for instant test. Actually, these are qualitative analysis tests, not quantitative. Okay, but what was he prepared the reagent in such a way that they immediately farmers come to know that the problems with the water or soil, and rapid tissue plant kit also he has. So deficiencies of certain nutrients in the plant. So he developed certain kits like this, and that was also very useful for the farmers, and farmers were taking from him. So, and other laboratory glass equipments also. So the he has done lot of reagents, but we restricted with certain parameters only, because all the parameters it's not possible for us to conduct. We have done with chlorides, calcium, magnesium, phosphate and phosphate only. See, this is the lab he has given the laboratory analytical lab results also, comparative studies like this. So almost same we are getting qualitative analysis also, but still we need to go for the quantitative analysis to lab. But this is at that level student is using, they are involving in science fair projects. They are feeling like, when they are doing the project, they are feeling like a scientist. They are interested, showing lot of enthusiasm. So this way we have done our projects at school and college level, revealed that the samples did fully BSI norms of potable water, and result shows that this ANGRA portable water test kit is efficient and it has 90 to 90% accuracy in comparison with laboratory methods of analysis. Okay, this, as I said, this is a quick diagnosis of water quality, is very highly useful, handy for on the spot evaluation of quality of groundwater used for irrigation and domestic purpose also. Okay, so her conclusion was these borewell waters are suitable for general household purpose. They are not suitable for drinking and human consumptions directly. For drinking purpose, these borewell waters have to be purified with suitable ROS system like we have different equipments. So the study concluded that in order to get quality of potable water at household level, water treatment is necessary through ROS. So this way my students conducted their research work. I involved with them. I uh, really enjoy working with them, as I am working with a scientist, future scientist, I must say. Inshallah, they will flourish, prosper in their life. And he is the person, Dr. Riazuddin, scientist. So what I mean to say here is, we need to build up connections with the laboratories, with the resource persons, with the resource centers. Like I went to Yashoda Hospital to collect the kidney stone. Then, because children or students, it's very difficult to go. It's in foreign countries, parents help them, but our society, parents are also not aware of this type of projects. So somehow teachers has to take the initiative. She has to, when she has taken the job of facilitator, means she has to help at any cost. So I went to, he has his own laboratory also, IOTA Lab, its name. So I went to his laboratory, I discussed with him, he is very happy. And he has given me, though he sells his kits, but he has given me on free of cost, because he said that children are involving in scientific research, means he was very happy at that time. So I collected this kit. And for herbal oil, inoculated bacteria, I have collected from Shadan PG College. I went to Naseem Akhtar Madam, the principal of Prince, that college, and she has supported me a lot. Then Yashoda Pathological Department, Dr. Salma supported me a lot. Then this, Alhamdulillah, Dr. Riazuddin supports me a lot. Not only he has given me this water test kit, he has given me curcumin. I conducted all many other projects also. So he helped me a lot. Like list of some more projects which I have conducted throughout my teaching period when I was in school as a teacher. Recycle of grey water. This activity is very simple. It has given in class 7th SCRT reader an activity for recycling of polluted water. So I use that activity and convert it into science fair. After recycling that water, I use that water for irrigation purpose. So we have grown the moong seeds, germinated moong seeds, and use that water for the growth of plants. That water really help. So we cannot say that we are use recycled gray water or recycled polluted water for the irrigation purpose. But when we submitted this project, one of the judge asked me, then you might have gone to analyze the seeds also, whether the seeds have the same nutritional value with the plain water or normal water or pure water, whatever we are using for irrigation purpose. So anyhow, this is a good feedback from a judge. Another estimation of curcumin and curcuminoids in turmeric. So this is like what I say, adulteration in our food items. So we have lot of brands of all many our spices, our milk. Yesterday, Dr. Nazir was discussing about milk uh, test. So same I have done with क्या बोलेंगे आप? Turmeric powder brands. We have lot of brands: Everest, RR Masalas, uh, MDH. What are many are they? So here also I use portable test kit which was developed by Dr. Riazuddin. He provided me this kit, and this is also an analytical what I qualitative analysis. Immediately we get the result whether the percentage of curcumin is nothing but this is the like how we have chlorophyll in gives color to the leaves, same curcumin is the pigment gives yellow color to the turmeric. So percentage of curcumin we have analyzed here. Then another girl used impact of oxalate on human health. Here also I use portable test kit in different vegetables. We have done with oxalate estimation using kit. Then this is a very good project, but this project Again, I want to repeat it. Eradication through utilization. This is about water hyacinth. We know when water hyacinth start growing in a pond means it not only affects the surface of the pond, it blooms like within a fraction of days or within a few days it spreads, it covers the surface of pond, and it biodiversity of the pond also get disturbed, and the water also gets polluted. So how to eradicate this? It's a very good it's a problem for the government also, water department also, they are also doing a lot of research. So we have done after background research and all, we have collect, then we plan to take out the water hyacinth from a pond. Luckily this, the girl which have done this, she has a very big pond near her house and lot of water hyacinths available over there. So she collected water hyacinths from that pond, and we dried it. We use it as a fertilizers to grow uh, seeds, germinating seeds, and we have got that results. Uh, what happened during this project when I was conducting? Holidays came in between, so connection has disconnect the project. So again I started. So somewhat that project has given me good result, but still I am not satisfied with the project. So I want to repeat it, but it is a very good project. You can also plan for this. See, I have done this project, it doesn't mean that you cannot repeat. You can also repeat these projects with your own research, background research, with your own planning. And I want to see that my research is a reproducible or not. Okay, so you should also go with this. You can use this ideas. And organic versus inorganic food, nowadays lot of craziness about inorganic and organic food. So people are using organic food, organic. So one of the girl performed this experiment using sugar, organic and inorganic sugar. She has conducted a sulfuric acid test. She went to a lab, but here her parents help her. So she went to lab and she conducted. She has got organic. Uh, what I say, sugar is good compared to inorganic. And green power for people and planet. This is done by Jatropha plant and castor seed oil. Okay, effect of nicotine on earthworm. This is a very good project. We have diluted the mixture of nicotine in a concentration 0.5 gram, 1 gram, 1.5 gram, like diluted in a water, and we added the earthworm, live earthworms in that petri dishes where we have prepared this concentrated nicotine solution. What we have observed that, oh, remark with the after, as the nicotine level increases, the life span of the earthworm also goes down. So it horrible effect on earthworms life. So immediately we remove the earthworm, because earthworms are the farmer's friend. We don't want to destroy them. For them, for us, earthworms life is more important. So we immediately we remove it and we put them in a plain water. Then again earthworm become active. As soon as we added earthworm in it, they move vigorously. So nicotine affects on their nervous system. So this was a very good experiment, and this experiment, the boy has got the idea because people are using nicotine. Nicotine is present in cigarettes, gutkas. He lives in a very remote area like that, and he has lot of workers around his house. So he observed that many people using gutkas nowadays, especially laborers. So they when he conducted a survey before the experiment, he conducted a survey. He discussed with them why they are taking the. He prepared a questionnaire. Then he visited to each the people who are taking gutkas. So when he discussed with them when they started, why they are taking, what happened after taking, they said that they don't know. They, मतलब they क्या कहेंगे? It affects their nervous system, and they are not able to, क्या कहेंगे मतलब, how much hard work they are doing, they are not able to realize that after taking the gutka. And so these laborers are taking gutkas for 6 years, 7 years, and now what health issues they are facing is high BP. Most of them are having high BPs, and they are not taking proper medication also. So this, somehow this boy gets uh, disturbed with the situations, and so he wanted to conduct some research on it. So whether this is really work, Ricotine really affects the earthworms or not. So this way they have conducted the research. And this is a girl, she did be like a bee. Hadith is there. Huzur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said we should be like a bee, humble, not disturbing others. Okay, so she liked this title very much, and she kept her research project name as a bee like a bee, and she has done that antibacterial effects of honey. No doubt, lot of research work has been done on this, whatever I have given the lists. But we have done according to in our circumstances, in our lab facilities, according to the students' age, standard. So antibacterial, and honey is really having a lot of antibacterial effects, and it is proven from 3,000 years back. In early days, Asian people use honey during surgeries and all as an antibacterial, wound healing, especially in wound healing. So she started trying for what I say, using honey whenever in the school, if someone gets hurt, small students do while playing and all, she started applying honey on that one, and for her level that works, alhamdulillah. So, and list goes on. I have lot of project ideas. I did lot of work on science fair projects, and when I was involved in science fair project, the way students involved in that gives me a energy. So I'm not thinking to go anywhere for to help them. I went to universities, I went to laboratories, even I went to IC, CRIUM, Center for Research Institute of Unani Medicines for Radish project. They are also ready to help. Every institute, national level institute, are ready to help students. So my request, whenever you are doing a science fair project, build connection, take help of those resource persons, allow children to expose them, these people, their go to the laboratories and all, so that they get exposure. That boy, after conducting this, I discussed that oral macroorganism project. That boy, at the level of class 8, he conducted the experiment. Ninth, he repeated with miswak. Then he made up his mind that I have to go to the medicine after conducting. He developed an interest in that fields. So this is the way the science fair has a bright future for their students. So next, see, before the presenting, this is the boy. You might have seen nothing we use here. No laboratory equipment, nothing experimental setup here. Only a display board, a research file, and this book. This book is very important. This is a logbook. Every student must have logbook. Okay, judges will, we know by looking at the display board, we will come to know that the idea is from a child or he has taken from internet. Immediately will come to know. But when we look into this logbook, we can be, judges will be get क्या कहेंगे, judges will accept the project if their boy or the student have logbooks. Logbook is very important. I have given this feedback in the last OMIAT science fair also. And see, this girl is also having a logbook. Okay, this is kidney versus radish experiment, and these are all these students are having logbooks. Okay, see, this girl is using portable kit because I want to show, I want to tell the judges that this we have done qualitative analysis by using this kit because it was developed by the prominent scientist, eminent scientist is. So that's why I keep this bag here. Otherwise, we don't have anything in front of our display boards. See. And lemon battery also, it was very good experiment. This boy conducted lemon battery experiment using different number of lemons and the efficiency of light producing in the battery or LED bulbs he used to produce light. Okay, ultimately, this is my acknowledgement at the end that I am grateful to God, Allah, and I'm sincere gratitude, express my gratitude to Dr. Azhar. His guidance always motivates me, encourages me, and brings me success in conducting these experiments. And again, once again, thankful to Sadaqatullah sir, TEF members, Sameem ma'am and all, for again providing me opportunity to discuss my science fair projects with the teachers. And TSFA, of course, Aziz sir and Salahuddin sir, and all participants. Hope it's clear now.